So this is card number 48. And this is where designers come into their own, because this card would not stand up if we hadn't trimmed away the back of the card. So it automatically determines which is the front and which is the back. So I've got my card shape here ready for us to start to do our mats and layers. And I've then got lots of panels. So you decide how many of these you want to put on here. Now, I'm only going to put a couple on because I want to focus on how you're going to get dimension to this frame that we've got here. So first of all, let's put this original mat and layer on for you and just get this lined up here. So there we go, that's the first part of it. And I've got all of these other mats and layers. I've got a whole host of them and I could choose as many of them as I want to sit in the middle. But I think what I'll do is I'm going to leave it as it is. I will put the middle panel in, but we'll save that right for the end. It's this I want to show you. Now I've got foam tape on the back of here and a lot of it. And it's also, you'll be looking at it and thinking, well, that's incredibly fine. How have you done that? And that's the bit that I want to show you. So first of all, I'm going to just take the backs off this and let's get it stuck down and you can see what it looks like and why we need to put this foam on here to give it dimension. So I'm just going to lay that on the top like that. Just need to tuck that little bit in. There we go. So now you can start to see the shadows and you can see the depth of the foam in there, which is really important. I'm just going to stick that panel in the middle. But let's talk about how we got this foam tape so small. So you take your foam and what you do is you take the narrowest foam that you've got, because if we're looking for 2 mil in height, we need to work with a 1 mil foam. So something like 1 mil is perfect. And then you take the foam and you fold it in half. Don't take the back off it, just fold it in half. Slide your fingers along here because it needs to match. You don't want it overlaying either side or being off center, because then it isn't going to work. And the next thing that you do is this, and I want to show you what happens if we don't. If we don't, and we were to cut this foam in half, this is what happens. Look, it's stuck on my scissors. But if I cut it in half using this technique, not only is it incredibly easy to do, and I can cut it to whatever slither I want, but it does not stick to my scissors at all. And now I've just got my foam ready for me to be able to work with. So that's a little trick on this card that I wanted to show you. Card number 48.